Okay. Boo. All right, I think we're ready to go. What have I done? There it is. Okay. We're good. Welcome back, everybody. It is the viewer suggestion. It is Wednesday. We're doing the viewer suggestion. We're going to be drawing some stuff that people have suggested on the community post. If you've not posted anything to the community post this week, you're welcome to put it in chat, and we will draw it for you here. Still finishing up my lunch, sorry. It is Halloween. We'll start with a spooky rugby. This is tradition. We'll put a pumpkin on Rugby's head. Got a little bit of a late start today. The boy is starting to go to sleep more easily, but he takes his time. And I don't want to discourage him, so we might start streaming a little bit later. I don't know what I've done here, but that's pretty great. I watched a guy on TikTok draw really, really abstractly to get his body shapes in instead of trying to do like a full silhouette. Kind of dig it. I might try that. It's relatively the same concept. It's just a matter of, what the base is. So we'll see. We'll try it out. Oh, whoops. Music is not turned on today. Or is it? There we go. That should be really quiet now. There we go. If that's too loud, let me know. 1 spooky rugby, 1 crab and or game sketch. What should we do here? I want to start building the towers a little different. Might be interesting to make them more kind of organic. I'm not totally sold on that yet. One of these days we'll do a draw stream where we just fiddle around in Aggie. It seems like a pot. It doesn't feel like a tower is the problem.
Ooh, I don't know.
I also like the idea of it like just being shells. Like everything is grown. But drop pods are also fun. And I can draw like drop pod. Helldivers, Halo style. I think I can do that pretty easily. It's just mechanical. Mechanical garbage. Maybe I just need to go back to blocks. Maybe blocks is okay. Block that shoot things. Nice little chamfer. It's gonna be a lot of fun stuff to play with once we start figuring that out. Alternatively, I guess I could start making 3D objects. I could start sculpting again. That could be fun. I really enjoy a 2D aesthetic, but I'm not great at making buildings and such. Bionic, welcome in. Rugby lantern, exactly. Exactly. How are you doing today? I think I'm gonna roll the dice. I didn't do it. I talked about doing it, but I didn't. So let's actually do it. Really loose shapes. I want to make a big old crab. But maybe more like a scorpion. No crab. Something with big old pinchers. And a lot of eyes. I just watched Nazca and I hope that it would like inspire me to make weird crab things. But a lot of those are just pill bugs. Pablo, welcome in. Can you draw me if you have the chance? The way this works is you suggest a D&D like style character, so I need a race, a class, or a heritage, however you want to do it. What game you're wanting to come from. And you put that in the chat, and then we add that to the list. Please format appropriately. That's not too bad. I dig that. I really like the eye stalks on a lot of the crabs. I think that's really funny. But I also like the big body eyeballs. So we'll have to find a good balance between those two. Figure it out. Rugby and his little pet crab. Human shark guy with shark anchors. The other effects are too much. Okay. Copy. Put it on the list. Human were shark. Right, let's roll some dice. Let's see what we're drawing today. Moon Druid. Wicker Scarecrow. Ooh, okay. Burlap and straw to resemble a crow. Okay. Okay. Cool. Moon Druid Scarecrow that looks like a crow. I dig it. I dig it. Inspired from your Gremlin video? Nice. Gremlin chatter, welcome in. Welcome in. If you want to put a gremlin on the list, you're very welcome to. A burlap sack that is shaped like a crow. Stitching? Maybe we should do stitching. I was thinking maybe we do more of like something in the bag to make it look like a crow, but we'll just stitch it. Burlap is surprisingly pliable. Also, I'm glad you liked the Gremlin video. That one was fun to make. I'm working on a new one right now, and it's taken more time than I would like. But that seems to be just how life is right now. If they're a moon druid, I feel like they should have some more flowy robes instead of like a I was going to say denim, but that's not right. Flannel shirt. And if they're a druid, they gotta have horns. They gotta have antlers. Antlers or a crown or something? That feels very appropriate. Da, 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 da. Chop the wood to light the fire. I gotta rewatch Over the Garden Wall. 'Tis the season for creepy pumpkins and dark forest curses. No name, welcome in. How are you doing today? We started a bit later today than normal, so just in time. Just in time. I don't think I've made a scarecrow video. Maybe I should have. Maybe that's next year. Basically just constructs. A lot of different ways to do it. You can do it as a weirwood, which is great. Or as a, you could even be like a leshy, really tall leshy. You gotta go to bed soon. I understand that, no problem. Yeah, sorry they've been pushed back. We used to stream at 9 in the morning my time, and now I'm streaming closer to noon or 1. Yeah, kids keeping me very busy. Hope everybody else is doing well. I have some commissions to work on this week, so I might do some late streams on Twitch. Should maybe be 9 or 10 o'clock ish. So that might be interesting. That might be a fun time to pick up some extra stream time. Christopher, welcome in. What you drawing? We're drawing a weirwood scarecrow who has the burlap sack that looks like a crow for a face. It's a moon druid as well. Weirwood are awesome. They're essentially constructs, but instead of using like building robots out of magical materials, you just grow a magical tree. Kind of cool. But they are just constructs. They are magical constructs still. Gourd. kind of ents, a little bit. Like the weirwood are. I mean, ents are their own thing. Ents are more like elementals, I would say, in my mind. Whereas these are more, I guess they're wood elementals, constructs, but yeah, you can think of them like that. The Kunrasu are same kind of wood elementals, but they're from a different plane, and they just happen to manifest themselves as trees, which I also dig. I'm a big fan of tree characters. Back in the day, I wanted to build a tree folk deck in Magic the Gathering, but they were so broken that I just didn't do it. I thought about doing it when they remade Lord of the Rings. When they made the Lord of the Rings decks, sorry. Thinking about remaking something for Magic, because they had Treebeard and stuff, but yeah, it's just not my playstyle. It didn't work out. Started trying to get into season campaign 4, Critical Role, and about an hour into the first episode, kind of lost interest. gotta dig my feet in, really get in there. What qualities would you expect to see in a scarecrow race? Basically, like, they're undead, right? I mean, essentially undead because they're constructs. So they should have an ability to not move and like be hidden, which is great. Blend into the background. That's the thing scarecrows have. Probably a weakness to fire because they're all dried out. They're not living wood. They're made out of straw usually. You need to have some kind of fear effect, whether it be like a gaze or a shriek. Both of those I think are viable. Because they are kind of stealthy and that you just shouldn't see them, I would give them either bonuses to charisma or dexterity, I think. I think that would be smart. I need some straw. Seems like you've been busy drawing more animal-like characters lately. Have you drawn an elf yet? Have I drawn an elf yet? I mean, I think I drew an elf last week. Or do you mean, like, have I done a why you should play elves video? Because I've drawn a couple of elves for commissions for sure. I love elves. As much as people like Critical Role, it's really just theater kids being tryhards at D&D. Yeah, that's what I said to Dalcor when I was watching the first episode. It was like, or I guess I said this Corvus was the first episode. Felt like a whole bunch of theater kids being at a funeral, which is kind of what it is, which is great. Like that's a fine way to start a campaign, but It's just hard for me to get into. I'll probably continue it. I'll keep going. Just gotta get through it. We need some baubles. One giant fish hook just because. Let's give his fingers a little more. I want them to be twiggy, but I'm liking Fool's Gold Sands more. I've heard Fool's Gold's good. I have not watched it yet, though. This is Dingo Doodles, right? I've been really bad about consuming media lately. I've watched Bluey, the first. Well, I mean, I guess the whole series of Bluey is only 3 seasons, so. Well, I don't hate Critical Role. I watched a lot of VLDL. D&D much more? I don't know what that is. Visual reenactment something a lot or follow the story of the campaign. Nice. I started listening to some of the Legend of Evantris. I like their stuff too. Those are pretty fun. Those guys are silly though, and sometimes I need that, you know. I need silly over funeral drama. Gotta be in the right mood for it, I guess, is the big thing. Alright, I think I'm done with this bad boy. Except I want to do this. Get some bright orange here. I want to go. I've seen some weird, terrifying things in the dark woods late at night, and scarecrows are not one of them, oddly enough. But I do love me a good scarecrow. No, I don't want it to be twisted. I want it to be like a branch. Yeah. There we go. That's better. If you're a DM, good luck taking care of them because they'll give you a bad migraine on how goofy and serious they can get. That's fair. Yeah. I'm serious. Yeah, the Adventures guys do a really good job of collective storytelling. Like the DM, I think I watched one with Mikey and I watched one with shoot, can't remember her name. I think she's done a lot more of the DMing, but they're really good at just letting the players kind of run wild, you know, and rein it back in. So they do a great job of that. I'm excited to see how Brennan does with the Critical Role cast, even though a lot of it's not the original cast, because he's pretty loose too. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, I'm gonna put this in the corner. So otherwise, I'm just gonna keep playing with it here. Let's roll some more dice. A human shark guy with an anchor. Let's do it. Let's do it. You need some king shark. Reference here. If you haven't seen my goblin shark video, I highly recommend going to watch that. It's pretty great. If you get the joke, Ben is a natural one. Which one's Ben? I'm bad at the names. Is Ben the one that plays Bitsy? Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Dum 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 dum. Fast and loose, fast and loose, fast and loose. Maybe I will do. I think they just said shark guy with an anchor. So I'm gonna go barbarian. Bum, 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 bum. Anchors are terrifying. That might sound really weird, but like, we always kind of see them as decorative and ornamental, but there's so much mass and weight and like tensions and forces that go into making anchors work and making ropes work. And I think the biggest thing is like just the scope and size of industrial anchors is just, it's massive. Dun, 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 dun. How are anchors terrifying? They have so much potential, everything in them. Welcome in, Bride, by the way. Like the amount of weight and force that's required to keep a boat from bouncing around is massive, massive. And like, if you're not careful, an anchor rope could cut you in half. That sounds like hyperbole. It's not. Just rip you right in half. The amount of force that's exerted all around a ship. It's just super dangerous. Super dangerous. Kind of like welcome to myself. Something I always thought was really funny when they showed like old cartoons and stuff when someone starts chasing around their husband with a frying pan. It's like, oh, that's funny. Because a lot of people think of like really thin aluminum frying pans, but like a cast iron skillet would kill you. It would just kill you. Like, that's 10 to 15 pounds of just raw iron. And anchors are more terrifying. Nope. Oops. Oopsie, oopsie. I like that, how that is. We're going to leave that alone. I'm going to shade some of this in, and I think we're going to call it on this one. This one's turned out pretty good. Pretty good, pretty fast. I wouldn't mind doing something else with the shoulder pad here. I want it to look like it had seaweed on it, but honestly it looks more like a jellyfish now. I also like the idea that sharks would just like keep their teeth, like sew them to their armor. Would that be gross? I mean, you might as well, right? Especially if they just keep falling out. It's the only thing protecting the sharks. The fact that we have thumbs. Sharks ever got thumbs, oh boy, we'd be in trouble. We would be in trouble. Is that the Call of Duty guy? I don't know his name. I need to make a skull mask. I need to just make more masks. I need to like, yeah, I just need to make more masks. Masks are cool. boy needs a mask. Mask makes for big money. Felt. I can make a felt mask. That'd be pretty easy. I'm gonna make a bunch of canvas. I'm gonna make a hat for him this week. I've tried making videos about making stuff like that, and it's so hard to try to like set everything up and then do it. It might be worth the time though. I don't know. We'll see. Cannabis? What? Canvas. The canvas hat. Prepare the cannabis hat. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. A fun Anchor weird fact that people don't really get is cabling, like steel cabling, only bends because of its size and like how big it is. Most people can't bend cable with their hands, like it's too strong. But then when you attach an anchor to it, it looks like a rope. It's terrifying. Friday, October 4th, 680 million. Oh, man. What would I do with all that money? So many things. So many things. I've drawn this arm weird. There we go. The elbow needs to be back here. I think we're just going to call it right there. I think that's it. That's it for that guy. Anchor shark. I feel like I could have made his head way bigger, but this works out. A knoll with a stained skull mask has a big torch on his back. Alright? Has a big torch on his back. Claws and gauntlets. Da, 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 da. I think if I won the lottery, I think I would start a game company. Make a handful of really stupid, simple games, and then spend a whole bunch of time making like one or two really cool ones. I say stupid games, just like non-impactful mobile games. Just like mini golf. Or make some of those advertisement games into actual games that are fun and don't need requirements of. Actually, I already have a studio. I just don't know if I have it registered yet. I don't want to say what it is because then someone might steal it on. I haven't registered it on Steam yet, so I'm gonna wait. Or maybe I have registered it on Steam. I just haven't registered the game title yet, which I need to work on. I need to figure that out because Crab Game is just not gonna work. I've made a bear. That doesn't look like a knoll. What would make this look more like a knoll? Square face? Do hyenas have less muzzle or more muzzle? Lump sum payouts 353 million. I would take that, like, just instantaneously. If you take the lottery and you do it monthly and then you die, does it stop? I'm gonna put that over there for the moment. Okay, more forehead. More hoopy. More hoopy nose. There we go. That's better. I'm not a lawyer, but I believe you can will it to others. I believe the reason you should take it is as a trust. Transfer it to a trust, and then the trust gets paid every month or every year, and then you just take money out of the trust. Yeah, I think I'd take the big lump sum, and I'd just start doing stuff with it. I'd start saving it. Hire like 1 or 2 law firms to manage it, which I guess would be like making a trust for it. If you had $300 million, you could give away like $1 million a year and never ever even notice. That's bananas. That's bananas. That would be fun. Like a charity foundation that just sponsors indie game dev. That would be super cool. Oh, skull mask, right. I worried too much about trying to make the doggo look right. Forgot that I didn't need to draw it. Because really, that's all you got to do if you want to. If you just have a shit ton of money, put it in a trust, and then you start a foundation that gives away money, and you give yourself a ridiculous salary to manage that trust, and that's it. You just live off that. Winning the lottery, you're like, oh, I got millions of dollars. It's like, no, you just got a $300,000 a year salary. with, you know, $1 million a year bonuses. $100 million to family, 25 million to friends. Most of in a high yields account and getting $5 million immediately. Yeah, yeah. Like you could put $5 million in your bank account, and like I think most people would have a hard time spending that in their lifetime. Like sure, if you went out and like bought a house every other year, like a car, then it would go away. It would just go. But the amount of just skullduggery and shenanigans you could get up to would be amazing. Fund a movie. I guess that'd be like $100 million. You could burn through $100 million really easy making movies. But think about that. Like making a movie is like that's hiring hundreds of people. That's awesome. Which I guess that's what a game studio would be, right? Like I was thinking like 6 to 10 people. Having 6 to 10 people work full time. $500,000 for a year. You're good. If you have time, a barbarian gremlin wielding a sword and a bow. How do they wield both at the same time? I will put it on the list for you, gremlin. And the way this works is if we run out of time today, I will also take this list over to Friday, and we can try to get it on Friday too. So it's on the list, though. It is on the list for you. Tin Clash, welcome in. What do we have here? We are drawing a hyena knoll with bone claws and bone armor currently. But we are doing the viewer suggestion, so we're taking people's D&D characters and doing sketches of them today. Per our usual Thursday, Friday. And we're talking about what we do if we won the lottery. Because the lottery's getting ridiculous. Bone Claw Gauntlets, eh? You should buy more lottery with the lottery money. I mean, that's always a thing, right? How much money would it take to actually buy every lottery number? I know, like, a few years ago when I was playing a little more, I think I got all of the numbers off by one, and I was just like, it hurt me, it hurt my soul. I have the weirdest luck like that. One time I won $4 even though the ticket cost $5. Nice. Nice. My dad used to buy me lottery tickets, like scratch tickets, for my birthday. That was kind of a tradition he did for a while. Kind of fun. I don't think I ever won anything more than like $5-10, but it's just fun to scratch stuff. What did I do to this thumb? Oh my gosh. Excuse me. That's not how thumbs work. Guess that's not how fingers work either. I think I put it back exactly how it was. Let's erase this finger, even though it's a pretty good finger. It's just not in the right place. Now we've got the palm here that goes to the little finger. We got the big palm that goes to the thumb. And we got the other finger that goes here. Okay, that's better. That's better. Some people to remain anonymous would get a brown paper. One time I won for it. Oh yeah, I read that one. Okay. If I won the lottery, you know who wouldn't see a dime of it? Wells Fargo. Fuck those guys. I would go out of my way to start my own bank before I gave any of my money back to Wells Fargo. Not cool. Are you on both Twitch and YouTube? I am. I haven't been on Twitch as much lately. I might stream a little later tonight on Twitch. But for right now, we're just on YouTube today. I'm trying to get fiber internet. So once I get that, I'll probably start streaming on both at the same time. But right now, my connection is just not stable enough to handle it. Which is unfortunate. But is what it is. This guy got huge hands. What have I done? Big old kitty paws. If you have millions of dollars, like, you wouldn't even need a bank. Just get on a plane. Get on a plane and go talk to people. You. Do you have community discs? Discord? Yeah, we do. We have there should be a link down below. The Discord is where we hang out. We draw. Like we have a lot of art channels as well as D&D channels. I'd say the Discord is probably more based around art. I think there's a lot more art participation than D&D. Though we do have some D&D channels. A lot of people like D&D memes and stuff. And then as well, I have all my commissions and stuff listed there. Oh, I think the boy is awake. Good morning. Good morning. Boo? What does boo mean? Oh, you need a drink? Okay. I'll be right back. Hang tight, everybody. Okay, I got the boys set up with a snack and a drink. I think we're good to go. Yeah, if you can't find the link to the Discord, let me know. It should be in the comments, though. Let's go ahead and draw another one. Let's merge these down. Oh, no. What have I done? Yeah. Actually, let's save the shark. Shark will have a little bit of brown on him. That's fine. Da 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 do do do. We're running out of space. We're drawing some big boys today. Maybe if we put this guy up here and then we grab the crow. Put the crow down here by the other crow. That's probably fine. Rugby, you're too big. You're too big today, Rugby. Put the shark boy over here. Yeah, that's good. Put this one down here. Crow boy up here. Alright. There we go. There we go. Let's roll some dice. For those of you who are new, who are just now joining in, wow, I can't talk today. We are doing a viewer suggestion. If you have a D&D character you'd like us to draw, you can put a quick, short synopsis of it, preferably a 1 sentence or less, in the Discord or on the community post on YouTube, and we'll put it on the list. We roll the dice gods decide what we draw. Here we go. That list will carry over today and for Friday, so if you don't get it drawn today, you might get it drawn Friday. We'll go from there. 4. Weretober continues. Big scary barbarian brawler, white were tiger. More scars and bones. All right. You know what? Why not? Carry on with the trend, right? Boo, 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 boo. Okay, let me grab some references real quick. Tigers are hard to draw. Tigers are hard to draw. I kind of want to do like really, really dark red. We'll see how this goes. These tigers have this very specific face shape, and if you don't get it right, they look like orangutans. Shere Khan. Disney had a really good way of finding the shapes. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, were tiger. So it's a were tiger, so we're going to give it a little more of a humanistic face anyways. Give it some really bulky eyebrows. Try to keep the general shape of the eyes correct. I've also been thinking about hosting like a weekly or monthly art class. Just in Discord. I don't know, I could do it. I could live stream it on YouTube, but I think it would be better if it was like a, pay $5 and you just get to hang out for the hour or two that I do it. Ask your questions, bring your art, that kind of thing. And then if it gets too many people, we'll start doing like a sign up, but I have a feeling I wouldn't get too many people wanting to do it anyways. But I feel like if I do it online, people will be less interested in having to speak up if they're on the internet, So I'd rather do it in person. But it would be fun. I think that would be fun. This song, I do not like. I do not like this song at all. There we go. Ba 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 ba. Can you make a general and art channel or something for the non-Patreons on Discord? Yeah, there is. You might not have checked the thing in the where is it? It's been so long. Welcome art rolls. You just have to check the art. The art. There's an art button, and that should give you all of the things, I believe. Because yeah, we have general chat. We have general promote yourself. And then we have an entire artwork section where it's just people sharing their art, works in progress, references, not safe for work stuff. You just need to go to welcome rules and roles. Okay, I like where we're going with this, but I've drawn it too big. So we're going to shrink it down. And then I love the tigers just have these huge shoulders, so we're going to go like, we're going to Kung Fu Panda this. Cool. Okay, I'm glad you got that. But I'd also like to do like a Discord appreciation day or something where people can share their art or whatever they want to do. I'm not sure how to do that though. Could just have let people submit stuff and then I share it, or do like a Discord tour. Then I feel like I gotta get permission from everybody to check it out. Maybe that's not a bad idea. Bubba. Looks like my great aunt's fat cat. Nice. I always think it's funny, like black cats. Like, oh, I know what I did wrong here. Yeah, I made this look like a cat instead of a lion because I put the head too far down. Lions have much longer heads, but you know what? I don't care. I don't care. We're going with it. Like big old tomcats will have a big old like poochy cheeks, so they can fight. And it's just I always love drawing that. Just like so much chunk, so much beefy mane chunk. Looks more like a bobcat. I made the eyes too big and the head too small. Maybe if I make the eyes smaller, it'll look better. Actually, that does help a lot. like a tomcat, and there's a Jerry mouse. Ooh, I need to make Tom and Jerry better this year. That's the other thing I want to do. Oh, it's so good. Is that an Idaho thing, or is that a cross regional thing? People know what Tom and Jerry batter is? It's basically eggs. It's just eggs, but like you put it in hot water, and it's great. Oh, he needs scars. Let's give him some scars. I always have a problem when people are like, "Oh, draw me a big cat boy, but show me all the scars." It's like you don't see a lot of scars. I had a cat that was she wasn't vicious, but she was tough. She was a farm cat that kind of moved into the suburbs from one of my uncle's farms, and she ran that place. She beat up everything. Like there were dogs that were scared of her. But she was nice. She was a really nice cat. She just she was like missing a chunk out of her ear. She had like scratches all over. One of her eyes was like cut. She had like a slashed eye. She was an old gruff farm cat when she passed. I loved her, but not a lot of scars. You don't really see the scars. You see like little things like that. Furry creatures, when they get cut up, you don't see them that much. But if it's a big enough cut, I guess if it's healed by magic, would it just scar the fur? Because you could use fur slashes and stuff, but I always feel like you would just need to have like a bald spot. Good kid? You're so cute. He's all bundled up on the couch. It's cold today. Cold today, kid. I should probably go start a fire. The other thing is, if it's a were creature, would it get scars? Like, it's immune to most damage types. These are the questions we have to ask. So if you transform, doesn't it just go back to normal? That's a fucked up joke. All right, sorry. I have Bluey playing in the background, and the mom goes, "I know how to settle this." She pulls a spoon out of the drawer. Bluey goes, "Yeah, whack him." She's like, "No," and I was like, "Oh God, that's dark." Surprisingly dark for a kid's show. Your cat has a scar with a fur turned white around it. And there you go. All right, sweet. So it would just be fur coloration. We can do that. Just try to leave these a little. Maybe we even do something like this. Since this is a white tiger, so it's just gonna look like more stripes. We'll just darken the fur up a little bit. And we'll leave some patches. Something like that. That looks pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with that. We'll give him some nice like dark actual stripes. We'll see if it kind of goes around it. That doesn't look great. I'm not happy with that. The stripes should really be around the body, not around the shoulders. So now it just looks like it's a really gnarly scar. Sure, let's do it. We'll add a gnarly scar right here. What app are you using? We're using Aggie, which is, I guess, Magma Studio now. Magma Studio is a place where you can draw with people, and we used to... Infinite is nice. Welcome in. We used to draw with Druid all the time, and Jonas, some of the original members of the Discord. And the Patreon members are allowed to come draw with me if you so choose. The link is in the Discord. But yeah, we haven't done that in a little while. But I still use it. I still use it just because it works out. But it's free. It's free to use. People can go check it out. It's just magma.com, I believe. I'm using a Cintiq to draw today, so that also is a thing. But Magma's browser based, and that's great. It's good. I just use mobile sketchbook app. Yeah, I usually use Photoshop for like a lot of my commissions and stuff. I like Photoshop. I've been using it for years. Okay. Meow. That guy's done. So many big beefy boys today. I don't know what's going on. Whoa there, kid. Okay. I need to take a quick break real quick and deal with the kiddo. I'll be right back. Are you drawing it? No, Tin, you're welcome to suggest one here. Every Monday I post on the community page, like I show all the pictures from last week, and then I ask people to give me the suggestions there. So I take that, and then during the live streams, you're very welcome to suggest something as well, and I put those all on a list. So if you have a D&D character you'd like to see me draw, I'll throw it on the list for you, and the dice gods kind of decide what we draw next. We just roll dice to see which it is. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back, everybody. Hang tight. I'll be right back. And we'll do another one. I'm back. I gotta go now. Hopefully, I'll be there next stream. Nice. Great. Thanks for hanging out. We'll catch you later. Probably already missed you, but if not, we'll catch you next time. Oh, I moved the tiger, and now I realize he's kind of crooked because I was sitting funny. Maybe I can smoosh him. There's no skewing. Or is there? Rotate. Flip horizontally. No skewing. Oh, maybe right here? Perspective grid. No. Whatever. It's fine. we'll just draw the next thing. What time is it? It's almost 3 o'clock. So yeah, we'll try to do one more and then we'll try to get the rest of them on Friday. Let's see what we got going on here. Rolled a 2. Intimidating and beefy gold dragonborn monk with a broken horn wearing hand-flu clothing? I don't know what hand-flu clothing. I'm going to look that up. Gotcha. Okay. Let's see if we can fit this in over here. Gold dragonborn, eh? I'm going to do this one a little different. Rakshasa? Surreal, would you like me to add a Rakshasa to the list? Business, welcome in. What does a golden dragon look like? It is a were-tiger, yeah. Someone suggested a were-tiger. Kid, what are you doing? Oh, damn. I forgot. They're the ones with the weird, like, fin wings. You can't see the direction of the hands. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah. No, it's just a were-tiger. Just a were-tiger. I might change this horn up a little bit. I was going to go for like the kind of river dragon looking thing. Stumbled on a gem of the channel today? Well, thanks. Unless you're talking about something else, in which case I want to know. But otherwise, you're welcome to come hang out. Check out the Discord. We try to do this every week, so if you have different characters you want drawn and stuff, that's fine. I also do commissions. There is a list on the Discord page for that. If people do super chats, I turn off the ads. I have a close to real size white tiger head mounted on my wall. Oh, nice. Okay, and then we need something like this. What do you got, kid? Oh, you got a cup? Found a cup? Something like this. Oops, I'm on the wrong layer. There we go. 13 Moons Turtle Calendar? Oh, what is that? I want to know more about that. Had a taxidermied endangered sea turtle back in the day. Oh yeah, I've heard about that. I think you can. You can't sell them is the problem, right? Like, I think you're allowed to have them in the U.S., but it's a matter of like you're not allowed to purchase them. One. So like you have to know. You have to be able to say how you got it. So. If he got a taxidermy back in the day, you might be all right if you have the paperwork. But like having 100-year-old paperwork, you know, that's impressive. I want more dark brown here, but I'm not quite getting the color value I want out of it. There we go, that's better. Why do you keep trying to teach us stuff we don't want to learn? Everybody needs to watch Bluey, I think. It's great. Jonathan paperwork, yeah, that's too bad. Okay, broken horn. Let's get some brown on this part. Do something like that. And then let's grab the blue again. The dark blue here. And we'll actually just reinforce. Back in my day and ever since, I haven't had TV. Only now about TV from commercial references on ads. I don't like. Yeah, I don't like TV either. For the most situation, like I don't have cable. I haven't had cable. I don't think I've ever had cable. Maybe when I was in college, I think my dorm had it, so I had a TV then that I did. But yeah, I don't watch a lot of just regular TV. I cannot stand local TV ads. Or ad breaks. So I just don't watch TV. If I can't watch something streaming, I just don't do it. Which I realize is like very bougie. But streaming has made my life much better. Alright, let's get some like very bright white in here and I think we'll be done. Just try to make this look really shiny. Generally a good call just to not have TV. As someone who grew up watching TV way too much, you don't need that much of it. There are better things to do with your time. Or supplement, you know? Watch TV and do stuff. There's a lot of mind rot out on the internet right now. Not on TV. I watch Tom and Jerry movies. Nice. Wait, they had movies? Or just cartoons? What are you doing, kid? You got a stick? As long as it's not another marker. Kid loves to draw. He just draws on everything, including himself. Oh, fax is the big... Fax is the enemy of... I've heard good things about those novels. I haven't picked them up, though. The last book I read was The Last Unicorn. Solid. Solid fantasy book. Super weird. Anybody know what a fax machine is? Yeah. Fax machines are awful. They were awful back in the day, and they're awful now. They just need to... They were a dead technology, but probably worthwhile when you had no alternative. Mimeograph sniffer in here? Oh, jeez. I remember when my parents got an old, this was a typewriter from, I had an old typewriter, like metal, clank, 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 but we got an electric typewriter, and it was just like, oh, it was the coolest thing. Damn thing was, oh, how big, like the size of a keyboard, like a piano keyboard. Took up the entire table just to type on it. It was fun. Yeah, old-fashioned typewriters. They're so much fun to type on. So good. I still have a mechanical keyboard. I love mechanical keyboards for that reason. It's good. It's good to have tactile response, you know? It's great. Yep. The rotary phones are something that I wish would come back. Not that, like, I don't want a landline for sure. Landlines are garbage, but, like, the rotary was fun. Rotary phones are fun. I had a little box that converted digital signals to analog. I played with that thing so much. It was basically just a keypad, and the idea was if you had to use a touchpad to like do something on a phone, you could hold this onto a rotary phone and then push the keys. So that was really fun. I never learned Morse code. I probably should. I think that's right. SOS is ... space ... ... 3 dots, 2 lines, 3 dots. Something like that. Oh, it's 2 table phones. Ooh, nice. Nice. All right. It is 3 o'clock. I think that's a good place to call it. We've drawn on quite a few things. If you still haven't put something on the list and you'd like to for Friday, please let me know. I'll drop that on the list now. Otherwise, we got through a bunch of them, which is real good. I'll post these in the Discord so people can use those for your home games or whatever else you're going to do with them. Let's see what else we got left. About 5, 6 left? Yeah. So we'll try to get those done on Friday. Otherwise, thanks for hanging out today. Stay happy, stay healthy, keep your dice on the table. We'll catch everybody next week or next Friday, and then go into the weekend. I might try to do noon in Hawaii. Nice. Congrats. I might try to do some streaming on Twitch this week. Probably be really late, maybe like 10 o'clock Western time. West Coast time. I don't know what that is anymore. I don't know. It's 3 o'clock now. In 7 hours, I will probably try to be on Twitch tonight because I have to get some work done on this commission. So we'll do that, and if not, we'll probably maybe do some tomorrow around this time on Twitch as well when the boy goes to sleep. So thanks again. Stay happy, stay healthy, keep your dice on the table. We'll catch everybody next week. Bye, everyone.